Lately, everyone's been asking themselves the same question. Can this stock really hit $100? Or is that just hype after a massive run? Well, I've spent hours digging through the filings, the contracts, and even the cost structure. Not the headlines, not the hype, just the actual numbers in black and white. By the end of this video, you're going to know three things: what's driving the growth, what could break the story, and what specifically has to happen for this stock to justify a near $30 billion valuation. Because even if one piece falls, the upside math just falls apart. And most investors won't see that risk until it's too late. That company is Applied Digital. Now, if you're new to the channel, hey, what's up? My name is Rick Orford. I'm a Wall Street Journal bestselling author, been trading since 1999. And no, I'm not a financial advisor. It's actually a good thing. I break down the numbers so retail investors like us can make smarter, more confident decisions with our money. I want to thank The Motley Fool for sponsoring this video. The Motley Fool is a company that provides investing insight and stock recommendations for investors of all skill sets and risk levels. And you all know how much I love researching new stocks and trying to find the next best investment. So I'm proud to partner with The Motley Fool to bring you 10 stock picks from their popular product, Stock Advisor. Stock Advisor has beaten the market by almost 6 times. Go to fool.com/RickO to get your 10 stock picks right now. Now, let's start with what the company actually does, because that matters more than most of us actually realize. Applied Digital is an infrastructure company that's focused on designing and operating data centers that are optimized for high-performance computing, or HPC, workloads. These facilities are purpose-built to support advanced compute applications that require dense power, efficient cooling, and reliable connectivity. Its primary customers include hyperscale and enterprise users that are running compute-intensive workloads. Today, the company generates revenue through long-term hosting and infrastructure agreements. These contracts are structured in a way to provide a predictable cash flow and visibility into utilization. Applied Digital emphasizes what they call a modular data center design. This allows capacity to scale efficiently as customer demand increases. And I say this is a very important distinction, right? Its strategy is centered on delivering turnkey infrastructure rather than just commodity real estate. Capital is allocated towards projects, each with contracted returns and defined expansion phases, and the company operates multiple campuses already across the United States. So with that foundation in place, let's have a look at what's changed recently. On January 22nd, Applied Digital announced that it's broken ground on Delta Forge 1. This is an AI factory campus that's located in the southern U.S. market. The site is designed initially to support 430 megawatts of total utility power, enabling up to 300 megawatts of critical IT load with additional expansion capacity planned through 2028. Delta Forge 1 will include 2 150-megawatt facilities spanning more than 500 acres. The campus is engineered specifically for high-density AI workloads, integrating power delivery, advanced cooling, and operational systems, all built for hyperscale reliability. Once it's fully operational, the project is expected to support more than 200 full-time employees, in addition to its long-term contractors. Applied Digital has also stated that it's in discussions with a prospective investment-grade hyperscale customer, and initial operations at the site are expected to begin in mid-2027. An expansion is important, but investors, they care about one thing more than anything else. You know what it is? It's the numbers, so let's walk through them. Applied Digital's fiscal second quarter results reflect some rapid revenue growth alongside elevated costs that are associated with their infrastructure development. Revenue came in at around $127 million, and that represented about a 250% increase year over year. Now, that growth was primarily driven by Polaris Forge 1. This included approximately $73 million in tenant fit-out services and $12 million from rental revenue. And improved data center hosting performance also contributed an additional 5.4 million. But there's another side of the equation, right? Cost of revenue increased 344% to about $100 million. And that reflects higher fit out spending, energy costs, and operating expenses all tied to scaling capacity. Selling, general, and admin expenses more than doubled to $57 million, but that increase was largely due to higher stock-based compensation and professional service costs. Now, even with those pressures, net loss narrowed to around $31 million. That's down from $129 million in the same period last year. So that was a 76% year-over-year reduction, and that's exactly what we want to see. And those numbers set the stage for a question that keeps coming up in my Discord channel. What needs to happen for Applied Digital stock to hit $100? Well, to answer that properly, we need to look at both sides of the equation, right? The catalysts first and then the risk. So the company's primary growth driver right now remains approximately $16 billion in long-term contracted deals. These are expected to generate about a little over $1 billion a year over the next 15 years. Applied Digital has already demonstrated their ability to deliver projects on schedule and sometimes even ahead of schedule, which supports their execution credibility. This is good. The company also announced that it's going to spin out its digital cloud business and merge it with Exobionics to form Chronoscale. And that transaction is expected to close in the first half of this year. Applied Digital will retain roughly 97% of ownership. And this move allows the company to concentrate on developing and operating AI data center campuses. I think it improves strategic clarity and supports more focused long-term scaling. But catalysts alone, they don't tell the whole story. So let's talk about what could go wrong with the company. First, the Chronoscale transaction introduces another layer of uncertainty. The separation and merger still remains subject to customary closing conditions, regulatory approvals, and final agreements. Now, there is no assurance that the transaction will be completed as planned or that the business will actually perform as expected. Customer concentration, it's another key risk. Through its Psi Computing subsidiary, the company signed 2 major agreements with unnamed AI and cloud clients. And these are described as being worth up to between $180 and $460 million. But the lack of customer disclosure here and reliance on maximum contract values creates uncertainty around realized revenue. If either customer reduces demand or fails to scale as expected, projected growth and margins could definitely materially fall short. And then there's profitability. Applied Digital has operated at a loss since 2021. There's no defined timeline for achieving sustained positive earnings. And continued losses increase the company's reliance on external financing and sensitivity to capital markets. Now, let's talk about the stock itself. Applied Digital currently trades at around $38 a share with a market cap of about $11.2 billion. It's got a 60-month beta of almost 7. This tells me that the stock can move nearly 7 times the S&P 500 in either direction. But performance-wise, the stock is up 469% over the last 52 weeks, and it posted gains of more than 1,100% over the last 3 years. And zooming out 5 years, the stock is up more than 10,500%. So what did the analysts think from here? Well, a consensus among 14 analysts rate Applied Digital a strong buy, and that rating has held steady over the last 3 months. And the average score? It's near perfect, 4.79 out of 5, and has even increased recently. The high target price is $99, and it suggests there's as much as 161% potential upside from the stock's most recent closing price. And I have to agree with the rating based on the company's strong pipeline and reliable execution so far. But ratings don't push stocks up to $100. It's the fundamentals that do. So here's what actually has to happen, I think, for the stock to get to that price. At roughly $38 a share and an $11 billion market cap, a move to $100 means a market cap of about $29 billion. For that to happen, several things have to all occur together. First, revenue has got to transition from project-driven spikes to durable, repeatable cash flow. The $1 billion in annual contracted revenue, it's got to materialize as planned and translate into predictable rental and hosting income. Investors need confidence that that revenue quality improves as scale increases, right? Second, margins need to improve, right? They need to expand into that 30 to 40% range. Last, for Applied Digital to get to $100, I see it requiring credible evidence of sustained positive earnings without dilution. Without margin expansion and earnings durability, valuation expansion alone, it's unlikely to hold. So now I'm going to leave you with this. What's your stance on Applied Digital? Bullish, bearish, or neutral? Let me know in the comments below. And while you're there, don't forget to like and subscribe because it helps others find the video, it supports the channel, and it makes sure that you don't miss out on my next deep dive. Well, that's it for me today in this video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.